Come on. Okay, there we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video on the channel. It's Football Fan 148, southeast of England tonight, with a very important live stream tonight, guys, because seriously...
Hold on a second. You've got the same thumbnail and the same title as mine.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, how did you get that thumbnail? I've got the same thumbnail.
I just thought I came up with it.
We need to talk about racism in football.
Yeah.
Yours is the exact same, and it's the same so racism, the red card.
Well, I just thought it would be a better thing anyway.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, never mind. But anyway...
There's other people who probably pick up on it.
Yeah, never mind.
Especially certain people around.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, as I was saying, it's a very important live stream tonight. We're going to be talking about racism in football. Because, guys, seriously, what's been going on in racism, in football recently, it's gotten way out of hand. Seriously, racism in football, in any country, it's got worse. Really, it has.
Yeah, we had Bulgaria, Italy. It's now been happening at Millwall and Spurs now, so it's just a joke now. It's an absolute joke. Yeah,
racism is it's absolutely ridiculous, guys.
If you're one of those people doing it and you're watching now, you're making yourself look a dial.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you there, Daz. He's the guest on the stream this evening. But anyway, this stream, guys, we really need to kick racism out of football because, seriously, the game between Tottenham and Chelsea yesterday, that incident with Rudiger, that shows just how bad racism is in world football, really. It's just absolutely gone downhill. It really has.
Yep, it's getting out of hand. And even I said earlier, people who are doing it, not only making themselves look dials, but they're affecting the fans. They're affecting the club players as well. Players' careers and stuff. Not only that, but people don't realise how big an impact it could have on their club. Their club could get kicked out of competitions.
Yeah.
Russia, they've been kicked out of the competition, but I think I don't know what that was about.
No, that was years ago, mind. And mind you, there's been loads of stuff about Bulgaria, hasn't there? Remember the incident Bulgaria had between England and Bulgaria in an international qualifier for the Euro 2020, where we had.
It was shocking, but I'm so glad that Raheem Sterling got a goal to shut them up.
Yeah.
Did that Man City fan get arrested? As far as I know, I think he did.
Hang on a second. I'm just about to have a look at that. Give me a second.
I think he was found guilty, I think. Even though he insisted that he wasn't racist. But we've just seen you on the TV, you dial. I'm playing FIFA at the same time as this, by the way.
Yeah. I'm just currently looking at it now. Apparently, the Manchester City fan was arrested over allegations of racial abuse. He's been released on bail. He's been released on bail.
How's he been released, lucky son?
He's been released on bail. He's been released on bail pending further investigations.
Well, he should get banned from football in life, so he shouldn't be allowed to go to any football matches.
Apparently, the FA has also said it's going to investigate as well. So really, it's just absolutely
right.
ridiculous.
Good riddance to him.
Yeah, because seriously, that guy is just absolutely, he's a disgrace. Seriously, I mean, you could not go and do that sort of thing, especially in such a big game. I mean, you look at these games like that. I mean, you look at it, Manchester Derby. It just completely takes it all away from football, doesn't it? I mean, headlines are not on the game. It's more about the racism, really.
Because it is you'll find, especially the Spurs game. The Spurs game, Chelsea, it came up on Sky Sports saying controversial derby, something like that, and it came up saying game overshadowed by the racism.
Yeah, it's
ruining modern football, and you know what? It hasn't started. It hasn't been as bad as this until Brexit was announced.
No. Well, I'll tell you one thing also, Daz. I mean, seriously, you get like these big games in world football, like Chelsea versus Spurs, Arsenal versus Spurs, Man United versus Man City. They're all being overshadowed. What?
Millwall, Barnsley.
Yeah, they're all being overshadowed by racism. It's just an absolute disgrace in world football. It really is. And what it's not just the FA that need to crack down on it. I think the government really need to get involved.
I don't know what people think is wrong with having players in the English league that obviously are foreign, obviously, and you know, how do I put this correctly? Coloured, maybe.
Yeah, really. I agree.
What's wrong with having coloured football players? You know,
I completely agree with you. I mean,
people just don't like the fact that that the FA allowing teams to bring in players. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with it? You have to remember, some of these players play for England. Raheem Sterling, Sancho. Who else is there? There's
who else?
Rashford,
Abraham,
Tammy, yeah, Lingard.
Yeah.
I mean, Lingard's crap anyway, but
who else?
No, I mean, you can say the players are crap and stuff.
Smalling as well. Smalling,
but he's okay. Yeah. But you can say that certain players are awful, but you can't just pick on those type of players, all the time.
Oh no.
Even if they have had a bad game, there's still no need to be racist in games.
Oh.
And I mean, Fred against Man City, he actually didn't have a bad game. It was just City fans are just petty because they lost the Manchester Derby against a team that they should have beaten anyway. It's just because City are that bad and their fans are awful anyway.
Oh, I completely agree with what you're saying there, Daz. I mean,
you don't even sell out your stadium in the big games, so that's why it's called the empty hat.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with what you're saying about colour players in English football and all that, because I mean, seriously, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have like really good players. I mean, the likes of Lukaku, Sterling, Sancho.
I mean, he wasn't great at United.
Sancho, just saying a few examples there, who have been really good, in football, but seriously, the racism completely comes into it. I mean,
Balotelli did well. He's done well in practically all the leagues, and he's getting racial abuse by people who are from his home country.
Yeah, I think he even walked off the pitch in one of the games.
Yeah, he did once. Yeah.
Hang on. Which game was it?
It'll have been. Who's he play for? Brescia?
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just going in looking.
I think it was actually Brescia fans that were actually doing it.
Yeah, just
I think
currently.
some just didn't like him, and they were just. I think it was his own fans who were doing it, which I think is disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's disgusting anyway, the amount of racism that goes on in football games, because it ruins it for people like, with Bulgaria. A lot of people in Bulgaria had been looking forward to seeing their team take on England. And it was just that, a margin of 200, 300 knobheads that were being racist in the game. And, it ruins it for the fans who want to sit there and enjoy a game of football. There's a lot of people who just go to the games to cause trouble, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. People who cause trouble at games should be banned for life from football.
Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you one thing, Daz.
It ruins it for people who want to sit there and relax and enjoy a good game of football. You'd never get Middlesbrough fans doing it. Middlesbrough fans have never done it. Manchester United fans, I don't think they've ever done it.
No, I mean, also,
fans done it. Millwall, I mean, that's no surprise, Millwall.
Yeah, no surprise with Millwall any day.
But, I mean, Reading have never done it.
Yeah, Reading have never done it.
I think even if they're playing against Oxford United, you have a big hate for them, but I don't think there'd be any Reading fans that would be racist to someone like
Mackie.
No, who's the other one? That white mid.
You mean Tasu Fosu?
No,
Yeah, I know, it's Fosu, I think.
Yeah, Fosu plays like that, They wouldn't be racist to players like him, even though they don't up to Oxford. It's just people don't have any common sense in them.
Yeah,
what?
Agree.
Not just that, but with it being Christmas time, that's going to ruin Antonio Rudiger's Christmas. I can guarantee it.
Yeah,
Christmas is going to be ruined because of it.
Yeah, I agree.
And those
Tottenham fans, they've got to be great. No.
Well, I mean, the ones that did it don't know that.
No. Well, apparently they also said, Daz, I was reading this, I was watching the news earlier at around about 5 o'clock when they actually had like a thing about it. Apparently, there might, I'm not saying there is, apparently they were saying there was 6 arrests in the game. Apparently they're saying
the Chelsea game.
What?
The Chelsea game.
Yeah, there were 6 arrests in it. And apparently they're also saying it could have been more than one incident.
I've been thinking, because the racial abuse stuff didn't happen until after Son got sent off. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but clearly it's not Rudiger's fault though for Son sending off.
So that'll be the reason why the Spurs fans did it. Because Rudiger got Heung-min Son, one of their best players, sent off for... it wasn't a silly thing anyway. But,
it wasn't Rudiger's fault in the first place.
One of your best players sent off, you still can't do that.
No.
There's no room for racism in football. Everyone in live chat, show racism to red card.
Yeah, completely agree with you. I mean, if we look at those things and all that with racism in all different countries, I mean, I'm just reading this one about Balotelli. Apparently, he was subject to an extraordinary racist comment from his own chairman. Apparently, the former
his chairman.
Yeah, from his chairman at Preston said, "What can I say? That he's black and he's working to whiten himself, but he has great difficulties in this."
What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I know racism's a really serious thing, but you have to laugh at that, how stupid he is.
Yeah.
Have to laugh at how stupid that chairman is.
Oh. Well, I mean, you're expecting that, especially from
I'd be amazed if the board don't sack him.
Yeah, I agree. Especially,
he's not even.
I mean, I'll say one thing. You would often expect that, especially it coming from a former Leeds chairman as well. Really.
Well, of course, I'd expected that. Obviously, and I think all both fans would say that.
Yeah, apparently with Balotelli, he's actually expressed racism in the game between Brescia and Inter Milan, and he was also the target of racist chants during a match at Verona this month. Apparently, the match was suspended for several minutes, and Balotelli threatened.
Warner's a bit of Warner's been known as a pretty a rough, tough city. It's quite it's a bit of a rough place. It's just where a lot of the Italian wars and stuff went on there. It's a pretty rough place.
Yeah, apparently, just listen to this, all right? Apparently, derogatory chants have also been aimed at Romelu Lukaku, Frank Kessie, Delbert Henrique, Marilyn Pjanic.
Marilyn
Pjanic.
How has he been subject to racial abuse?
Yeah. Ronaldo Vieira.
Has he been hit with racial abuse?
Hang on a second. I'm just about to have a look at that. Give me a second.
Because Marilyn Pjanic. Oh, because he's not coloured.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, apparently he's not. He was subject to racist abuse during a game against Brescia after they reportedly chanted Zingaro, which translates to gypsy, at Pjanic.
Pjanic is Bosnian, isn't he?
Yeah.
That'll be wide.
But still, it's absolutely disgraceful. It really is. I mean, seriously, you look at racism these days and it's absolutely disgraceful. And I think the government...
Yeah, a lot of people call Bosnians that. No idea why, but...
Yeah, I agree with you. Clearly agree with you there, Daz. Seriously, I mean...
It's always like, if people from the Scandinavian countries, they get hit with stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, completely agree. But, seriously, I think the government really need to do something about this racial abuse in this country.
I don't think it's anything down to the government. It's down to the FA and UEFA.
Yeah, I think the FA need to do something about it. Really, they do.
Not on the FA, they won't.
But seriously, they need to do something about it because racial abuse in any game of football is not welcome. Really, it isn't.
Well, no, I can see, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. It's absolute disgraceful.
Yeah.
And I said earlier this morning that not just, I'm thinking, what was that I said this morning? I forgot what I said now. I said if you're the person that's doing it, you're making yourself look an absolute doyle.
Yeah, you've said that. You said that like 3 times now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I said earlier this morning.
Yeah.
I mainly just said it needs stopping now, really.
Yeah, because racism, it really needs stopping. Because really, if it's gonna carry on like this, it's gonna completely ruin football for loads of supporters. It really will.
Oh, someone made an interesting point on the stream earlier, which I don't think I read out, saying that the thing is, it won't be the fans. Oh no, what was it he put? I forgot what he put now.
What did he put in?
No one will get banned. The best thing is the team is to ban the team from the European Cup. Now, I sadly disagree.
Yeah, I disagree with it as well.
I have to disagree with that because I don't think it'd be fair on the players who do score.
Yeah,
the players who play, it's ruining their careers as international players.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I mean, not only that, I think the fans who don't do anything. I
think with that comment he put in your stream, I completely disagree with it. One, I think
it was in the comment section. It wasn't in the live chat.
Oh right, if it was in the comment section, sorry, my mistake there. But seriously though, I completely disagree with it because one, really, you can't exactly blame the club for something that the supporters have done. And two, it really wouldn't.
Kicked Russia out of the competitions for something.
And two, it wouldn't be fair on the players. It really wouldn't.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it'd be a bad idea kicking them out because then no one can get in if it's on the fans. But I think it'd be just easier not to kick the team out, but to find who the fans are and just keep them away. Or, even better, play games behind closed doors, which still ruins it for the fans, but at least the international players get to play.
Yeah. Well, really, Daz, I'm actually reading, and the reason why you're thinking that about the getting kicked out is because Russia have actually got a 4-year ban because of the WADA doping report. So that means they won't be able to.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, I knew they got banned from competition.
So that's the reason why they will not be able to play at the 2022 World Cup. They'll still be able to play at Euro 2020, but not at
2024 in Germany.
But not at the 2022 World Cup.
What about Euro 2024 in Germany?
What?
You said 4-year ban.
Yeah, it's a 4-year ban.
Yeah, what about the Euro 2024 in Germany?
Euro 2024. Hang on a second. No, it's a 4-year ban.
You got the World Cup,
Hang on.
2022.
I think they should be all right for that because if I'm thinking here, Russia's ban is like it's 4 years, yeah, because.
But that means they won't be the qualification.
No, they'd be able to do qualification. They'd still be able to do the qualification because the qualification for that will most probably start in like 2023, and that's when Russia's ban is actually expires. Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. Oh, blimey. But still.
But I would have assumed it would have been if they're not banned from Euro 2020, then surely they must be banned from 2022 World Cup and 2024 Euros in Germany. So
yeah, we'll find out.
Have you heard apparently they're looking at playing the Qatar World Cup at Christmas?
What?
They're planning on doing it in the winter because apparently it reaches highs of 40 degrees.
Oh no, I've heard about this. Hang on, man. I'm just actually making a quick thing here.
David's doing his research during the stream.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look here.
I tend to do my research before the streams.
Sometimes I do it in the stream. Sometimes. Alright, schedule. Alright.
Merry Christmas to everyone, by the way. Well,
Yeah.
Unless you're one of those idiots that does racism.
Yeah, I'm just having a look. Just
Oh, do you remember when someone put in one of my watch-alongs?
Yeah.
Someone put respect racism.
That is completely and utterly ridiculous. Well, apparently,
I think it might have been one of the England or Germany ones. I think it was, and someone put respect racism.
It was the England one, because I don't think the Germany one had any racism. I think it was the England-Bulgaria one.
Yeah, someone put respect racism, thinking, are you mad?
Yeah, you've got to be mad if you're restraining racism. And by the way, Daz, the date for the 2022 World Cup is from the 21st of November till the 18th of December.
Told you, it's in the winter.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a bit cooler in Qatar.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Very hot there.
Yeah.
What's it like in Qatar now? If I look at the weather forecast.
Yeah. Well, I think
the weather forecast. That's the weather 12 cast.
Weather forecast.
Qatar. I don't know any cities in Qatar.
Doha.
Qatar.
Right. Well.
Oh, Doha. Doha's one of them.
Yes.
It's called the 2046 in Qatar. They are quite about 3 hours ahead.
Right.
And it is currently it's 16 degrees, and that's at night.
All right.
And apparently during the day it gets up to highs of 26 degrees.
Okay, so that'll be fine. Right.
Which is better than having 40-degree weather for football games.
Okay. Right. Have we got anything else to say about racism, or have we pretty much summed it up?
Just racism needs to stop urgently because it's getting out of hand. And everyone in the live chat, no to racism and show racism the red card.
Yeah, completely agree with everything you've been saying in the in this live stream, Daz. Thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No worries, mate.
Right, and I will see you all in the next video, which I'm not exactly sure when that will be. I may do a quick live stream tomorrow. Depends on how I'm feeling, especially with this cold I've got currently in the minute. But anyway, guys, hope you all do have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year as well from all of us here on Football Fan 148. Well, unless you're one of those scumbags who supports racism. And we'll see you in the next stream. So, good night.
See you, mate.